Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I have one hell of a car for you today. I have this 2016 Shelby GT350R. Let me give you a little bit of history about the Shelby name. So Carroll Shelby's been around with Ford for a very long time. They made their connection back in the 1960s and really brought the Mustang to the forefront on racetracks around the world. Carroll Shelby also did work with the 427 Cobra, the 289 Cobra, and the Daytona Coupe. Later, Carroll Shelby actually worked with Dodge on some of their products, including the Dodge Viper, and then eventually Carroll made his way back to Ford. And this is something that, even though Carroll died a few years ago, this is a car that definitely Carroll Shelby would be proud of. With the 2016 Shelby GT350R, this car is all about ultimate Mustang performance. So the way it works is Ford takes your standard Mustang and then is going to do a lot of work on getting it pumped up. This car has a very, very special engine. The V8 in this car is what is known as having a flat plane crank. What that crankshaft allows is RPMs that were unimaginable in a V8 engine. This thing will scream up to 9,000 RPM and produce power that is just mind-blowing. Let's go ahead and check out the front here. One easy way to know that this is a 350R and not your standard GT350, if you even can say those words, standard GT350, is the red emblem. When you see the red emblem with the traditional Cobra on it, that is something that harks back to the 1960s, and that is something that Ford decided to put on the car. The R is that red color, and that's what makes it different. What I really love about this car is I love how they took the standard Mustang lip spoiler and they extended it, and then there it is, the Shelby name. That name is synonymous with winning, with speed, with racing, with performance, no matter who you talk to. Another thing that I love about the front of this car is that they kept that really nice setup with the 3 marker lights. That's something that harks back to the 1960s, late 60s, early 70s. One thing I love about this car as well are these lower brake air intakes. These things are functional. Everything you see on this car is all about performance, and it's all about function. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side of the car. Now, I know you probably can't tell because they're painted. This actually was the first production car, mass production car, to feature carbon fiber wheels. These wheels are really, really light. If you're wondering, well, carbon fiber, who cares? Think about it. Less weight on the wheel, that's less rotating mass. That's going to give you better handling and more performance when you're doing that autocross event, when you're doing that track day event. Of course, another name that's synonymous with performance is Brembo. Ford was not going to cheap out and use some lesser brake brand company. They went with the full Brembo brake setup on here, and you can see the rotors are cross-drilled, fully ventilated. Another thing I want to point out is these Michelins, these are track-ready tires. So this is something that you're not going to be able to drive every day with these tires on it. They're going to wear pretty quickly. But if you wanted to drive this car every day, you could. It is possible. One of my other favorite parts of this car is this side area. Now, the fenders on a Shelby GT350 and 350R are not like the standard Mustang. There's a little bit wider. And the reason why is that they put this vent here. This is a vent to bring that hot air from the engine compartment, pull it out. Remember, heat is a killer of performance. We need that engine to stay cool, and that's why you have the vent on the side here and also on the hood. And there's our GT350 badging to let you know that you're not in a standard Mustang. Let's go ahead and continue down the side here. If you stay down low, you can see how this car, they did a lot of aerodynamic tweaking to the lower sills here. This is another piece that is not part of your standard Mustang that you could only get on the GT350 and 350R. Let me go ahead and take you inside. If you look at the engine, if you look inside the interior, this car features full Recaro racing seats. This is a no joke. If you could pan to the back, I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but this car has no rear seat. It's actually got a rear seat delete. Obviously, the rear seat, less weight, it's all about getting that performance down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. Another thing that I love about this car is I love how they put a different rear wing on it to separate it from the standard GT350. And I'm telling you, the exhaust on this car, not only does it look good, but it sounds amazing. It's one of those exhaust notes that just makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Very clean, very wonderful look. Has that dual mode exhaust where you actually can make it louder or quieter. Another great example of what Ford is pumping out nowadays. Get ready, because for 2019, 2020, they're coming back out with the Shelby GT500. That's supposed to be over 700 horsepower to go up against the Dodge Hellcat and all that. But see, that's the thing is, these cars, they're fast in a straight line, but they'll also take the turns. I don't know if you've heard about the Dodge Demon, over 800 horsepower. Problem is that car's heavy. It's not gonna handle like this GT350R would in the turn. So definitely, you don't wanna miss out on events like this, because you run around across these kind of cars. Like I keep saying, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you have a special car that you wanna see featured on Raiti's Rides, leave something in the comment section. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.